The Microsoft Office paperclip versus Tron. Right, you need to turn violently 90 degrees to the left. Would you like help with that?
Yeah. Terry and Dune. That would be... Terry Scott lives with a giant sandworm.
Okay, that's enough. Get out of my office! Right. I'm out of character now. I've come back down to earth. Oh, I'm exhausted. Now, popcorn. I mean, that was an overwhelming amount of very good movies, some of which will inevitably get made. But I think for Terry and Dune, clearly Will Smith.
Did you give that prize to Will because he did the last one? It was the only one you could remember.
That was certainly part of the thinking. Right, let's move on. Okay, the next round is all about cliched movie taglines. Taglines are, of course, used to advertise movies in a pithy soundbite. And famous examples include "In space, no one can hear you scream" from Alien, "They're here" from Poltergeist, and "Be afraid, be very afraid" from Any New Thing with Matthew Horn and James Corden in it. These days, lazy film taglines are seemingly trotted out willy-nilly. I don't mind the willy so much, it's the nilly that makes me absolutely furious. So for this round, our genuine deep-throat movie voiceover man will read out the first half of a cliched tagline, and our panel will have to come up with some alternate endings. And we will start with Will. So, can we have our first line, please, genuine deep-throat movie voiceover man?
In a world without hope, one man...
The President of the United States makes the ill-judged decision to try and cheer everyone up with a Special Olympics joke.
John.
In a world without hope, one man...
Went to mow a meadow. In the sequel, he gets a dog and they both have a go. Andrew.
In a world without hope, one man...
Goes for a drink at the Anchor. Slow burner.
It's a sleeper hit. And Emma.
In a world without hope, one man...
Watches Daredevil starring Ben Affleck. And then kills himself.
Okay, let's have our next cliche, please. Genuine deep-throat movie voiceover man.
Just when you thought it was safe.
To be racist in the green room of the One Show. It isn't.
Thanks very much, Will. John.
Just when you thought it was safe.
To let your kids out, Michael Jackson came back.
Andrew.
Just when you thought it was... Oh, he's got me. That's a good one, man. Sorry. Just when you thought it was safe.
They start rounding up people with really deep voices.
Oh, man.
And Emma.
Just when you thought it was safe.
They decide to make Daredevil 2 with Ben Affleck.
Let's move on to our final cliched movie tagline, please.
Meet the family with a difference.
It's the Fritzels.
That's the one you're going with, is it, Will? And John.
Meet the family with a difference.
On his side, they're Jewish. On her side, they're octopi.
Andrew.
Meet the family with a difference.
5 guys named Mo.
And Emma.
Meet the family with a difference.
They're all distantly related to Peter Crouch.
And cut. Okay, now before I give out any popcorn, I'm just getting word that we need to take a short break to go over to Radio 2's Sally Traffic for the movie travel news.
BBC Radio 2.
Thanks
Thanks, Adam. Now, first to Interstate 105 in Los Angeles, where there's a bus causing some problems in rush hour traffic. Apparently, it can't drop below 50 miles an hour because if it does, it will explode. Now over to Monte Carlo, where we're getting reports that a Volkswagen Beetle without a driver is going bananas. While on the rails, terrorists have taken over a train somewhere between the Rocky Mountains and Denver, but having checked with CCTV control, I can see that the onboard chef is trying to sort that all out. And finally, there's a message for Luke, who's listening while travelling down the trench of the Death Star on his way to blow the thermal exhaust port. The message is from your Uncle Ben, Luke, and he says simply, use the Force. I'm Sally Traffic, and you're up to date with the movie travel. Now back to the studio.
BBC Radio 2.
Thanks very much, Sally. And popcorn-wise, let me tell you that for that last round, Will Smith has got to get a little bit, doesn't he, for his revolting take. Now, the next round is all about noise. We all know what noise is. Of course, some of you may even have heard some. But how is noise done when it's in a film? Well, the answer is a Foley soundstage, where even the most bizarre and unbelievable sound effects get made, be they spaceships, robots, or Alan Carr's voice. For instance, the sound of the TARDIS in Doctor Who was made by someone scraping a key along a piece of piano wire. Now, in front of the panel over here, we have a Foley table, and it contains numerous sound effects objects. Let's see, we've got a honky horn here. Yeah, it's absolutely essential for any serious Foley artist. We've got a brick, some glasses. We've got all kinds of stuff on this. My favourite thing is the shoes at the end of mop poles. You know, presumably just to recreate footsteps, although why you can't use your feet is slightly beyond me. Ooh, but there you go. That's the table of stuff. And John and Emma, ladies and gentlemen, are going to act out a movie scenario while Will and Andrew are in charge of the sound effects. Needless to say, Andrew and Will don't know what's in the script. You should pay particular attention to the watermelon and the hammer that we've provided. And genuine deep throat movie voiceover guy, if you could please set the scene for us now.
Okay. Exterior, nighttime. A young couple walk up a gravel drive to the old house.
What kind of gravel drive is that? That's an army marching up the gravel drive.
1,000 people.
An owl hoots.
Ah.
No, that's a train.
It's an asthmatic owl on a train.
Oh, Donnie, I love you so much, even if your head does look like a big watermelon. This house gives me the creeps, though.
Hey, you don't believe those old stories, do you? About this place being haunted?
What kind of voice is that?
Acting.
Is that acting? Is it?
Yeah. They're kind of sarcastic people from Mexico. You don't believe those old stories, do you?
Yeah, what other stories?
There's stories about this place being haunted.
No way!
But you know what it's haunted by?
No what?
A Brazilian samba band.
Not the Brazilian samba band. I think I saw that band on later with Jules Holland on.
Did you hear that?
It was probably just the wind. Anyway, look, an old statue holding a big hammer. I'm gonna go and have a real good look at the old statue holding a big hammer.
Donnie, don't get too close.
With the sound of metal grinding against metal.
Will Smith on cymbals.
The statue moves.
Donnie, look out!
The hammer falls.
Andrew Collins has the melon. He's put on his protective glasses to comply with BBC health and safety regulations.
Emma Kennedy, line you in.
Johnny, look out!
Nice bit of melon smashing, Andrew.
Wow. Good thing the statue missed me. And only hit the watermelon I was carrying for us to snack on.
And that's the end of John and Emma's scene there.